Well, it finally happened. I was hacked.
Aww.
You know, honestly, I'm surprised it took this long because I always said to myself, one of these days I'm going to piss off the wrong person on the internet and they're going to go out of their way to destroy everything that I worked for. And so I just assumed whoever hacked me was of a certain political ideology, maybe a certain aesthetic, you know, blue hair and the likes. You know, and I don't know if that is who hacked me, but based on my activity under my YouTube account, it looks like the person was based in Germany, assuming they weren't using a VPN. And so, yeah, for those that don't know, my YouTube and my Twitter accounts got turned into cryptocurrency scams out of nowhere. You know, I'm just sitting here at my computer one morning and then I'm like, why is YouTube logging me out? Well, why did Twitter log me out? What's going on? So, yeah, I have everything back under control for the most part. I'm still trying to fix some things in my account, but nothing was lost. All of my videos are intact. They just privated everything and deleted the comments, which was very bizarre. So none of my videos have comments on them. So go comment, please. Help me. But yeah, I'm not going to get too in the specifics of what I think happened with the hack and all of the, you know, security things that took place. I'm working with a company right now that's helping me get everything situated. So I might do a separate video on that, on how you can prevent yourself from getting hacked as we continue to go on into this year, because boo-boo, it's gonna happen. You're gonna see a lot of your favorite channels get hacked. I am putting my tinfoil hat on, and me says, election year, certain voices are miraculously gonna disappear from the internet. So yeah, I'll do a separate video on that, talking about, you know, what I think happened and how, and what I'm doing to resolve all of these things and prevent them from happening again. What I did want to talk about in this particular video, okay, is the reaction of this channel getting hacked, both from me and from you guys. So let me start with me. I'll admit I had a brief moment of panic when I realized what was happening. You know, especially when it was my email. Like they got into my email. I'm like, yo, this email is attached to so many things. Rip. So I had a brief moment of panic. I cried a little bit. My husband had to clock out of work. He works from home, so he had to clock out, come over here, console me. And then eventually, you know, I was brought back to earth. The idea of me losing my platform and the uncertainty about what am I going to do now technically isn't a foreign concept to me. You know, if you're familiar with my origin story, if you will, you guys know that I've been streaming since 2018. I started on Twitch and I got canceled for saying an opinion that the internet didn't like. And, you know, if you know anything about content creation, it's that in order for you to make money, you need to provide a product or service to an audience. And if your audience hates your guts, how do you make money? So essentially, I had already gone through a situation where I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent. I didn't know if I'd be able to get back to streaming. I didn't know how to navigate the internet during this very vitriolic, hypersensitive time. And when I got hacked recently, I think my brief moment of panic came from that uncertainty. What do I do now? Do I have to start over from scratch? And the thing is, it's not like I haven't started over from scratch. Like if I really think about it, like look at the growth of this platform. I went from like 20,000 followers on Twitch to over 300,000. I went from people hating my guts, which I'm sure there are still a lot of people that hate my guts, but I went from feeling as though nobody cared about my story to having an entire documentary made about me. I went from feeling secluded and isolated to me traveling the United States and meeting all of these people who wanted to meet me, and I would have never imagined doing this. So the fear of me, what do I do now? Do I have to start over? I've already started over. I've already done this. So it was that perspective that sort of brought me back to earth. And so now I want to pass the baton. How do I say that? Baton? I sound stupid. I want to pass the baton and talk about the reactions of the audience. All right, you guys. There was very interesting reactions. For the most part, people were pissed. They thought that I literally got hacked by liberals. I don't know if I did. Honestly, I have no idea what their political ideology is, but all of you guys were ready to go to war for me, which I mean, I'm flattered, honestly. But you guys were ready to go to war, and there was also some people who were upset, like not in the war sense, but like they felt like their heart was breaking for me. And again, based on my brief moment of panic, I can understand these reactions. But the people that I saw thinking that this was a life or death situation, it put me back in that place of thinking that this is the only thing that I'm living for. And that's one of the many things that I learned through the process of getting canceled, having my political awakening, and then my spiritual awakening. It was the realization that these things I was propping up as idols, my streaming career, my popularity, all of these things I was propping up as idols, and I was saying, this is my purpose, this is my meaning, this is the thing that gets me out of bed every single morning. And then what happened? If you watch the documentary, you know exactly what happened. I lost my mind. I lost it because I was like, what do I do now? I was pouring my soul into streaming, and now it essentially got taken away from me just because I said something that people didn't like online. And it broke me. That was probably the lowest part of my life. Granted, I have, not now, but I have always struggled with depression and anxiety and things like that. But during that period, that was the worst, the absolute worst. I felt this small. And all that to say, if I had to guess, I would say the majority of people watching this, while you might not be able to relate to me on the level of being a content creator or being a live streamer, if I had to guess, the majority of you guys have still built your lives on something temporary. And coming from someone who has also done that, I hope you will reconsider the nature of what it is you're building your life on. Because if the thing that keeps you going is something that can essentially be gone tomorrow, what do you do then? And this could be anything. This could be your job, your bank account, relationships, even your family. Some of these things might not necessarily be bad on their own. Taking care of your family is a good thing. Having a good job is a good thing. But these things cannot be the source of our meaning, our purpose, and they cannot sustain us and give us joy, real joy. Because if these things were gone tomorrow, what would you do then? Here's another example I'll give you right now. A lot of people have built their lives on political ideologies. MAGA 2024. Well, guess what? What happens if he loses? Then what? What happens then? these things are temporary. And if you don't have an eternal perspective, I got news for you. Oh man. Anyways, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Yeah, I'm going to be back to making content. I am going to challenge myself because, as you guys have probably noticed, I have been very inconsistent making videos, like very inconsistent. And I think a big part of why it's been like that is because I have still been grappling with the reality of where I'm at and where everyone else is. And if I can put it plainly, it's this. Once you take the red pill and you realize that the red pill is ineffective, you start to recognize that there is another pill that is required in order to fix all of the slums of the world. And that pill is the God pill. And honestly, one of the things that I've been working through these last couple of years is accepting the fact that most people in the world are blind to the truth. They either don't want to see it or they're so caught up in things of this world that they can't see it. And I'm definitely guilty of that. I could not see the truth. I could not see the underlying reasons of why the world was descending into chaos. I was not computing, but now I see it, right? And, you know, just this whole situation of me getting hacked is yet another example of what sin can do to the world. Sin is a cancer. It infects everything. And what people fail to realize when they think the red pill or any political ideology for that matter is going to resolve all of the world's problems is that they're failing to identify the root cause of why, for example, I was hacked. It wasn't because my password was booboo1234, all right? It was because someone loved money and loved their own selfish ambitions instead of loving their neighbor. That's what it comes down to. They cared more about themselves. They cared more about what they wanted, and the hell with everyone else. That is what sin is. The red pill isn't going to fix that. I've met a lot of nasty people who have taken the red pill. And you know, this might be an entirely different video we have to do, but that is the reason why I haven't been uploading as consistently. But I've come to a point now where I have accepted this is the platform that God has blessed me with. This is the task that He has given to me, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to shut up and do it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure you share this video with someone who needs to see it. Also, follow me on Rumble, all right? I'm judging you guys because I remember telling you if my YouTube channel magically disappeared overnight, you can find me on Rumble. And a lot of you guys were not following me on Rumble. You're like, where's Gothix? I was on Rumble. So yeah, follow me there, and yeah, share this video. My name is Vanessa. You can call me Gothix. You can call me whatever you like. As long as I know that you're talking to me, I'm okay with that. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.
Gothix.